Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Truly select men control relationship dynamics. Let me hit y'all with some stuff. You have an interesting situation out here. Of course, you have select men, non-select. Some people might say 20%, 80%. Some people might say alpha, beta, dominant. You know what? It really, people don't realize it because the majority, let's just be real, the majority, however you do it, the majority of men, they are non-select, the majority. Now, what percentage is non-select is up for debate, of course, a healthy debate. Some people, of course, say 80%. And even, well, you know what, let's use that number, 80%. The reality is there's not enough of the 20% to go around, so women still have to deal with men in that 80%. So even when they deal with, however you want to do it, like the way I would do the numbers, maybe 70% of men are non-select. And, you know, the best one of them can do is try to become, you know, just improve themselves to the point, get to a point where a woman will still give them a chance. Okay, but see, here's the thing. It's still on the woman's whim. Because when you're in that non-select group, you got to deal with women on her terms. That's hence part of the economy is buying women, quite frankly, useless rings, or paying for dinner, taking them out. You know, got to wait those 90 days or whatever. You got to do it on her terms. Because yes, women will, they have to deal with the non-select. They have to deal with the 80%. They have to deal with betas. There's not enough of the 20% to go around, or the select, the alphas to go around. And, you know, some people will say, oh yeah, they have harems. A lot of guys don't want to be bothered with that many women. Let's just be real. And a whole lot of them, for whatever reason, might just want one woman, even if they have access to many. That's just a reality. All right, but here's the thing about truly select men controlling relationship dynamics. See, one of the things with it being select means women select the men, literally. Women want to be with that guy. You know, people talk about choosing signals. These women literally choose these guys. Women will work hard to seduce these guys. They trying to win them over. These are chick magnet guys. Like, they don't do anything. In fact, if you talk about that thing called game, these guys got very little of it. These guys, just by their personality, how they look, yes, looks matter. How they look, their personality, body builds, all the stuff, how they dress, women simply like them. Their personalities are actually probably far more important. Their mindset. Women like them. Women are trying to choose them. Women are choosing up. Women, you know, if, you know, there's a job where, you know, you get some dude that women find, like a consensus of women find attractive, well, they're gonna come to work trying to get his attention. And see, once you have that situation where the women choosing up on a man, that means he got the power to choose who he wants. The power falls back to him. But they only truly choosing up on a small percentage of men. And if that man recognizes it, he got the power because he can deal with her on his terms. When you talk about the truly select man, you know, once they get tired of a woman, they dismiss her like she's the maid. But as a result of it, they actually control a great number. And here's the percentage. Here's the dynamic. You have most men, non-select, 80%ers, however term you want to use, they have to deal with the woman on the woman's terms. Even when, I'm just gonna be real with it. Even when a man's cold approaching a woman, she got a choice whether or not she want to deal with him. He's got to reach her price. Now I know I've said, you know what, if you got to approach, you got to approach, but then you got to realize where you really stand. Man, you might be able to get something, but it's still her price. So you got that layer of the non-select, then you got the women just above that. But those same women, they trying to get at the select, which means the select is controlling the game, truly controlling the game. Women control a lot, but if you truly select, then you controlling the game. Because see, here's how it works. If you get a critical mass of select men who say, hey, all the women got to wear their hair in a buns and they gotta wear long dresses that come down to their ankles, guess what the women going to do? Like, I give you a great example now, a powerful example. Look at how all these women getting BBLs, or either getting BBLs, Brazilian butt lifts, or squats, or doing something just showing their body. That's because a critical mass of the men who are select saying this is what you gotta do to get us. If men said, you know what, y'all gotta be small breasted for it, you'll have a phenomenon of women, a great phenomenon of women actually getting breast reduction surgery. See, right now, the women, the select men are saying women gotta have a nice ass. And this is regardless of race, but they gotta have a nice ass. And so, of course, the women saying, oh, I gotta do this. If the men said, look, y'all gotta be whatever, it could be anything. If you had a critical mass of the select men who said, you know what, we don't really like those eyelashes, that'll go out. If you really pay attention to women, really pay attention. Just sit back, don't worry about how they treat you, whether you select or not, pay attention to them. Their actions, how they behave, is all about getting the top men. People don't realize, people will throw out the word hypergamy, but don't really think about it. If they try and get the top man, they gotta reach his goals, they gotta reach his standards. Whether you wanna look at it from the technical meaning of the term, which is moving up in class, or just moving up for the better men, well, women have to do that. They have to do that. They have to appeal to them. And like I said, if you get a critical mass who let it be known, hey, y'all got to wear clothes like this. Y'all can't wear makeup. Like, that's a great example. If you get a critical mass of the top men who said, we don't like makeup at all. Oh, guess which industry would be in trouble? As it is, men will deal with it. The top men, they're just like, whatever. They're getting their dick sucked, so they'll deal with it. But if they, and then the guys who are non-select, the betas, 80%ers, whatever you want to call them, they just got to deal with it. And a lot of them, be real, a lot of them catch hell because the woman's had a negative experience with the top guy. And then seriously, and a lot of women do stuff, they are hurt that guy, they'll say, no, I'm gonna get back at him because this top guy rejected her. It's a vicious thing, but the top guys still doing their thing. Because see, they looking at it, they only, see, one of the things also with the top guys are only gonna deal with the most attractive women. And that's part of the reason why so many women are putting on makeup, getting surgeries and all of that. Because they only want to deal with the top women. And what the message getting to the other women is, oh, well, if you want this top guy, this is how you need to look. But if you really around some top men, just pay attention. If you're a top man, you already know. The woman got to do this to get you. She got to get your attention. She got to present herself a certain way. Because if a top man, even if he is generally monogamous, he's saying to the woman, this is what you got to do. He don't have a concept of really chasing women anyway, because the women trying to seduce him. And he's making a choice when he wants to deal with them on his terms. And see, that's the thing to understand. Now, a lot of guys will say, well, I want to be there, work to become select. And let me be clear on that, because I was the one who introduced select to this space. Physicality comes in there. It comes in there, but one, you can improve your physicality, but a lot of it is also mindset, which you can build on. When I talk about body game, you can build your body up. And the select thing, the height thing is relative to the woman. The height thing, you don't have to be 6 feet. Because you got many places in the world where men aren't 6 feet and they macking. And in general, just be taller than a woman. So if she's 5 foot and you 5'8", you good to go. If you 5'5" and she's 4'11", you good to go. Now, real quick, I know some guys that say, well, some women will say 5 foot will say, well, I want this tall guy. How many you count? Give me a count that have said that. Most women, if you actually talk, see, one thing, if you're in the top group, you actually see what women really want. You actually, because they'll be honest with you because they realize they can't bullshit you. Seriously. That's why a conversation a woman will have with a top man and then a man who's non-top, you know, a man who's non-select, they're gonna be two different things. Because she knows she can't bullshit him. He done seen it all. One way or the other, he done seen everything. Especially if he's in his 30s, he done seen it all. He probably been seeing it all since he was a teenager. But here's the thing though, a man can build towards it. I say maybe 15% of the men who are considered select, maybe 15%. It's hard to do a scientific thing. It's hard because ultimately you don't know what's going on in the bedroom. But just from talking with different players, different men who got multiple women, or at least a very beautiful woman over the years, it's not really they really just dealing with the women on their terms. And they in a position of power. You know? So it's like you can build up, just knowing the guys over the years, you know, you can build towards it. You know, body game, a great part of it is body game. Having some charisma, some connection. You can build charisma. It's just how you dealing with people. And then just being masculine. Anybody can build that. The only thing is, even most of the physical thing, you can still fix yourself up. And you can still develop the mindset if you want to. So that, I mean, really, and that's just going to be a woman's nature. You know, in the last video, I talked about even how sperm, you know, a woman's egg will only choose certain sperm. That's just a woman's nature. The nature of women on a primal level is to decide which genes go into the future. That's just their nature. All the political correctness or all the arguments ain't gonna change them out of their nature. That's just primal. If you're gonna blame anybody for that, blame God or whoever you choose to call God. But it's just that. So the best thing as a man you can do is just build yourself up. At the very least, try to get to that point where you at least semi-select or at least select to enough women. You don't need to be select to 100. You just need to be a select to maybe 1. Build yourself up. That's the only solution. You ain't gonna change the rest of how they are, and that's when you get some real power. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.